What is up? Welcome to another episode of my Pokemon Sleep Journal. We're in the backyard today. This is my favorite place to sit and just think. Sometimes I'll come out here without my phone, just kind of look at the trees, look at the sky, listen to the birds chirp. Very peaceful. But today, we're going to be talking about Pokemon Sleep. And it's been a while since I've done a Pokemon Sleep Journal. Been doing mostly like news events recently, but now that all of that has died down, it's time to get back into the gameplay. So I'm really excited to get back into this today. It is Dream Shard week, and I have a lot to catch you guys up on in terms of my account, what's new, what I've been thinking about, what my plan is for Dream Shard week, as well as just like long-term plans in what I want to do with my teams and the game, the new island that we expect to come out eventually. We have no news about it, but it is poised to be dragon, bug, and poison. So yeah, let's get right into it. Hey guys, just jumping in here real quick. All that I just said, all the different things that I want to jump into in terms of my account, we will get into, but that'll probably be saved for the next video. This video is just going to be focused mostly on the Pokemon that I've caught that you haven't gotten to see yet, my thoughts on them, kind of doing a deep dive into the sub-skills, and just pretty much a Pokemon review video. So if you're interested in that, please keep watching. If you're not interested, definitely check out my next video where I'm going to be going more into my Dream Shard week team, as well as the first research session of the week. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, let's get caught up on all of my recent catches. Unfortunately, I did record about 18 minutes of me talking to you guys about all the Pokemon that I didn't want to keep, and as I was transferring them away, I was talking about them, why I wasn't going to keep them. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording my screen during all of this, so we can't use any of that footage. But I am going to show you some of the ones I am considering keeping, so we'll get right into that right now. Here is our first catch here, an eevee. This eevee was the first eevee I caught after the befriending badge update, so I was able to catch for the first time an eevee with no guaranteed gold skills in the first two slots because of the friendship level I have it at. I think I have it at 54 right now. So that's very exciting to see. I will keep the 2 gold skills off for a while as I am hunting an Espeon. That is my current priority when it comes to eevee, now that the befriending badge update is live. So looking at this eevee here, we see milk, chocolate, chocolate. ABC would be my preference, but of course you can't control this stuff. Ultimately, you really are just looking for its sub skills to have skill trigger S and the like. So let's scroll down here and see what we got. We do have skill trigger S and skill trigger M, which is a great start to an eevee. And then we also see helping speed S, ingredient finder S, inventory up S, and the nature, not what we're looking for here. Unfortunately, it does get main skill chance down. Guys, when I first caught this, I was so excited, and I remember seeing its nature and I was thinking, naughty, wait, is that one where it does more skills or less? And I was like, maybe it's the one that does less. And I saw its first 2 sub skills. I was like, I feel like I'm about to be disappointed. And unfortunately, this eevee is a no-go. It has quite a bit of speed. It is almost really good. And I think if I was free to play, I would consider it, because let me show you some math here. We take the skill trigger S, which is 1.18, multiply that by the skill trigger M, which is 1.36. This is the actual data for skill trigger rate from these sub-skills. And then we multiply it by its main skill chance down nature, which is minus 20%. That's times 0.8. We see an ultimate skill trigger bonus of plus 28%, which is not bad. It's better than skill trigger S, it's better than main skill chance up, but it's not as good as merely a skill trigger M. An eevee with just skill trigger M and nothing else is better than this eevee. What makes this eevee decent, better than just okay, is that it has a lot of speed up. If we go back to the sub-skills here, we see speed of help up nature is actually pretty good, and then helping speed S at level 50 could be upgraded to helping speed M. That's an increased total of 24% in speed. So we do make up for a little bit of the lost skill chance here in speed, but ultimately, this is not nearly as good as just a skill trigger M eevee, and that's why I'm probably not going to keep it. It is unfortunate because, I mean, we saw the best sub skills right off the bat there. So yeah, I don't think I'll be using this eevee, but it's nice to see no gold skills in the first 2 slots for the first time in quite a while. All right, next we have this diglett, and diglett is what I have decided to be my mono tomato ingredient farmer. All of my other tomato options, Weeping Bell, Luxray, Abomasnow, Mr. Mime, they've all been accounted for in terms of their investment. So when it comes to diglett, this is the last one that I have the most candy of, which puts it in the best position to be a tomato farmer. Now, before I go into this diglett, I want to show you what I have for a tomato farmer already, and that's this Luxray that I caught a while ago. It's got AAC ingredient spread, and it's one of my best Pokemon. I caught this fully evolved at, I believe, level 25, 26, and it has tomato in the A and B slot, and then coffee in the C slot. This Luxray is perfect for Hidden Power Perk Up Stew, because Hidden Power Perk Up Stew requires 25 tomato and then I think 16 coffee. So this Luxray can provide nearly all of those ingredients necessary in order to cook Hidden Power Perk Up Stew, and could synergize with some other mixed ingredient Pokemon in order to fully cook a Hidden Power Perk Up Stew. But the biggest bonus is its helping bonus subskill nature and its helping speed M subskill as well. It also has this really nice bonus of Skill Trigger M at level 50 and Main Skill Chance Up Nature, and it will get Skill Trigger S at level 75. This Luxray is some of the very few Pokemon I would consider putting gold skill seeds into, even though it's not a skill specialist, just because eventually it will be triggering quite a bit of skills, and clicking Power Up S is very useful when you're not running a good camp ticket. So Sparky here, my level 51 Luxray, will be getting all of my Shinx candies, and yeah, I'm turning my back on the potential of it being my mono tomato farmer for now, and focusing on Diglett being my mono tomato farmer for the future. So that is why I am catching Diglett right now. Let me get back to Diglett. As you can see, it's not a mono tomato farmer, but what it does do is provide quite a bit of leeks. Leeks are a rare ingredient to be gathering, so seeing 2 leeks is pretty nice. Let's get down into the sub-skills. We see Skill Trigger S, Skill Trigger M, Inventory Up S, Ingredient Finder M, and Inventory Up L. Now, if the sub-skill order of this was reversed, I would be very excited about it because it could be used right away, but unfortunately we're not seeing Ingredient Finder M until level 75. Now, due to how rare leeks are to get, and how great of a sub-skill set this is in total, I do want to keep this Diglett. Maybe for very, very far down the line, I could put a lot of Diglett candies into this, but for now I don't see myself using it. Its nature is bashful, so it doesn't have any effect. Overall, I'd say this Diglett is pretty good, but for right now, not useful at all. I will start and keep it, though, to maybe potentially use it in the future. Let's go into this next eevee. This is the last eevee I caught before the Befriending Badge update, so it will have guaranteed gold skills in the first 2 slots. So let's get into those sub-skills. We have Helping Bonus, Sleep Experience Bonus, Research Experience Bonus, Skill Level Up S, and Berry Finding S. It does have Main Skill Chance Up Nature. This, to me, is a great use case for an Umbreon. Umbreon, to me, is a Pokemon that is simply just there to provide energy and not need a healer. That is, to me, the main purpose of Umbreon, and it will rarely heal other Pokemon. Now, that build on its own is perfect for Darkrai if this Pokemon was a Dark type, and it happens to be a Dark type. So Umbreon, to me, you could build for Umbreon, pair it with Darkrai, and really see quite a bit of success, because you're going to, on average, heal Darkrai enough for it to be useful, while not receiving any of the negative parts of Darkrai's skill, which would reduce 12 energy. So ultimately, this eevee is not going to be invested into anytime soon. It does have the 2 sub-skills I'm looking for an Umbreon, which is Helping Bonus and Berry Finding S, so we'll kind of use it as a template for Umbreon in the future. And next we have Gardevoir. Why am I catching Gardevoir? Well, I don't really have a good reason. I saw that it was hungry, I had a premium biscuit, there was nothing else to catch. I just decided to go for it, why not? And I got it hungry again the next day after, and I caught it. It came at level 25. And I thought, hey, it doesn't hurt to have one of the best healers in the game as an extra on your team when necessary. So let's get into the sub skills and see what we got here. It does have great skill trigger rate. It does have sleep experience bonus. And the biggest thing that excites me about this Gardevoir is I would love to have a Gardevoir with helping bonus for the late game. I think helping bonus Pokemon, especially synergized with a legendary Pokemon of the same type, can be very, very powerful. I'm already kind of testing this strategy myself when it comes to my Raikou team. I have this Luxray that I just showed you that has helping bonus. I have a Raichu that has helping bonus. I have an Ampharos that has helping bonus. And I also have a Jolteon with helping bonus that I'm still working on. But the nice thing about having all of these Pokemon that share a type and have helping bonus is that they will always be a very strong foundation for whatever research area you go to where they share the same berry type. So with this Gardevoir, while I already have one that has better main skill chance, I have pretty much this exact Gardevoir, except instead of helping bonus, it has helping speed, and it also has skill trigger M, where the sleep experience bonus would be the same nature. I already have this Gardevoir, but a better skill rate version of it. This Gardevoir has helping bonus, and it has a great skill trigger rate. It also has sleep experience bonus. Now, on a Pokemon that you plan to use overnight nearly every single day, sleep experience bonus can be huge. My first healer, my Sylveon, that I brought to main skill level 6, and probably used for the first year and a half of the game, had sleep experience bonus, and it was a huge help to have just that little bit extra experience every morning. If you didn't sleep too well, you still got a little bit more XP. If you slept really well, you still got more XP. And that XP can stack up, and the best way it stacks up is for Good Sleep Day. I actually have a team dedicated just for Good Sleep Day to make the most of the experience bonus from the boost that you get from the event itself. So let's take a little bit of a look into my Good Sleep Day team. I use the 5th slot as the Pokemon I'm targeting to get the most experience for, and the other Pokemon there just have sleep experience bonus, and they used to be capped. My Blastoise and Gengar would provide me a little bit of extra Handy Candy during Good Sleep Day because that experience would spill over into the Handy Candy boost gauge. But now let's look into this. The exciting part about having a sleep experience bonus Pokemon that's also a healer is that these Pokemon will compound their energy night after night. And what I mean by that is when you wake up, this Gardevoir is very likely to have a double skill trigger, gaining 10 energy. When you put these Pokemon back on your team right before you go to bed for a Good Sleep Day event, they're going to start off at 110 energy. They're going to provide even more ingredients and berries from that night because as their energy goes down, they start from a higher energy point. When they wake up, Gardevoir is likely to have another double skill trigger, and they'll be at 110 energy. Now, by the 3rd day, you're not going to see a difference from the 2nd day because they're going to start at 110 energy again, but they do have this nice little effect where they have a high amount of energy, but they do their main thing, which is providing a lot of experience for that 5th Pokemon. We look back at my team stats here. I've got 4 Pokemon with sleep experience bonus, and we see a total sleep experience bonus boost of 56%. That can be huge, especially when you add on a growth incense that doubles the experience you get. So a growth incense plus the effects of a Good Sleep Day could be really big. All right, guys, so this next Pokemon is pretty exciting. It is a shiny Munna. I did catch this before the Befriending Badge update during Cresselia versus Darkrai event, but I did have it at Friendship level 10, which makes me wonder if that effect was already active and we just didn't know about it. Now they're telling us that we get a higher chance of shiny Pokemon depending on our Befriending Badge level. But yeah, I did get a shiny Munna. Looking at its sub-skills here, it's not what we're looking for at all. No Berry Finding S, no helping bonus. So unfortunately, this will just sit as a trophy in my box, but I love shiny Munna. I think its flower and its yellow color just feels so 70s to me for some reason. It also reminds me of SpongeBob. I can't really explain why. But yeah, we don't get Berry Finding S or helping bonus. So ultimately, this Munna is just gonna sit as a trophy in my box. All right, guys, next we have Slowpoke. I am hunting Slowking and Slowbro for an eventual water type team. Like I was talking about with my electric team, I'm looking for water-type Pokemon that synergize well together. Slowking and Slowbro replace the need for a healer if powerful enough. So with my Slowbro, I'm looking for quite a bit of ingredient finding and a little bit of skill trigger. And of course I want Tails at level 30 and 60 to farm them at a high level later down the line. And then the same goes for Slowking, except I want the reverse of that, a little bit of ingredient finding and more skill trigger. The two of them together, like I said, can replace a healer, and ultimately they make the great foundation of a water type team. I did catch a really nice Suicune, as you might have seen in my previous video. So ultimately I'm looking for really good Slowbro, really good Slowking to add to that team. This one has some nice skill trigger rate. I'm not in love with its ingredient spread, unfortunately. It does not get Slowpoke Tails at level 60, so it won't be one I'm looking for at the moment, but seeing all those skill triggers is pretty nice. It could do well as a Slowking, but for now I'm just going to hold off. Alright, and next we have Darkrai. I did name it Long Legs. Its specialty is all. Gets 2 Wiki Berries, 2 Bean Sausage, no sub-skills, not much else to say. I'm excited. I really hope that we see something really interesting with mythical Pokemon and how to upgrade them. I am saving candies for it. I've considered putting the handy candies that I've saved up into it and potentially candy boosting it to level 30, but I'm not entirely sure if that's worth it just yet, especially since I don't have any main skill seeds for it. So right now I'm holding off. Definitely something worth considering to power up, but right now we just don't know enough about it. Alright guys, I have 2 Cresselia to show you, and this was the first one that I caught from the event. That wasn't the base set Cresselia that everyone caught with the same sub-skills. This one has ginger, chocolate, which is a nice ingredient spread. Love seeing more chocolate, as chocolate is just used in so many different dishes, so having a little bit extra of that is really nice. Then down here, in the sub-skills, we see Skill Level Up S, Skill Trigger S, Ingredient Finder S, Skill Trigger M, Inventory Up M, and a Bold Nature. Cresselia is in one of the highest tiers when it comes to speed, so Speed of Help Down does not really hurt Cresselia too much. However, what I don't really like about this Cresselia is that it doesn't see a whole lot of benefit until level 75. We do see Skill Level Up S, which is nice to get some free main skills, but for the most part I wasn't super excited about this Cresselia. I thought it would be decent enough, but the Speed of Help Down kind of bothered me, because I would prefer a fast Cresselia. It already does a really great job of being fast. I'd want to see it get even faster, which is why I want to show you the second Cresselia, the one I've decided to go with, which has much different sub-skills. It does have Ginger, Chocolate, Tomato as its ingredient spread, and it gets Ingredient Finder S, Berry Finding S, Helping Speed M, Helping Speed S, and Helping Bonus. So we're getting 3 Helping Speed stats later down the line, and we start off with Ingredient Finder S and Berry Finding S. Now it does get Skill Trigger. It has main skill chance up for an added 20%. That's its only skill trigger bonus in its sub-skills. And you might be wondering, well, why wouldn't you want more skill triggers on a Cresselia? And I would agree with you. I'm looking at this Cresselia and I'm thinking there's not a whole lot of skill triggers, and I'm worried that it won't trigger enough, and that investing in it might be a mistake. Now, I did some calculations on Raiden X, and at level 100, it still gets into the 93rd, I think, percentile in terms of skill trigger rate, just because of how fast it is. So overall, I'm not really disappointed, and I do see this as a really nice long-term investment. And the main reason why is it has one of the best sub-skill combinations in the game, which is Berry Finding S and Helping Bonus. Another thing about Cresselia is it is perfect for a berry finding team. Whether you're on Lapis or not, Cresselia is going to be getting your team more berries, and it's also going to be healing your team. Exactly what berry finding Pokemon are looking for. So when we combine that with Helping Bonus, and my long-term plan for catching Berry Finding S Helping Bonus Pokemon at minimum when they're berry specialists, this Cresselia is perfect. Now, Helping Bonus is a long ways away. This is the perfect sub-skill lineup for someone that's really committed to a Cresselia, because you get really rewarded at level 100 with that Helping Bonus. I would have loved to get it sooner, but hey, it does make it a little bit of a fun challenge. Seeing level 50 being Helping Speed M is pretty nice, because it's achievable, although it will take quite a while and quite a bit of resources to get there. But overall, I'm really excited about this cresselia. I'm also a person that loves to get lots of ingredients from my skills Pokemon, and this does have ingredient finder in the first slot. I haven't completely committed to upgrading that to ingredient finder M. Cresselia already has a really nice ingredient finding rate. Right now it's just kind of a little bit of a boost because we do have ingredient finding down nature. I actually don't know the exact math on that. I think overall it might be lower than average ingredient finding rate, which could be a good thing when you're trying to get more berries. This one's a bit of a mixed bag, but I'm really excited about the overall speed bonus we're getting from this. Helping Speed M gives us 14, Helping Speed S gives us 7, that's 21%. With Helping Bonus, that's 26% base Helping Speed increase from its regular frequency, which is already at 36 minutes. This thing is going to be fast. So I'm really excited about this Cresselia, and overall I think its speed will make up for its lack of skill trigger rate that you might see in more skill trigger focused sub-skills. The Berry Finding S sub-skill, it just makes it more fun for me personally, and I love the Helping Bonus synergy. So this is the Cresselia I'll be going with. This is the Cresselia I'm powering up all week with my candy boost. And we do have a decent amount of candy already. I've put 50 candies in it today with the candy boost effect. So it does have 100 candies into it total right now, in terms of experience at least. We'll have enough candies to do this for another mini candy boost. If we see that roll around for another week, we'll pretty much have the 350 candies needed. So yeah, very excited about this Cresselia. It's going to be perfect for my berry finding teams, providing a little bit of energy and a really nice skill. And lastly, and I'll make this one a quick one, guys, because we've gone through a lot of Pokemon, is a Musharna. I did catch one fully evolved. It doesn't get berry finding us to level 100. Wowie, what a yap sesh. Yeah, that Musharna is not going to be usable, unfortunately, but I did get to use it a little bit for the Cresselia versus Darkrai event. I'll show you guys a little bit more about the team that I decided to use for Cresselia versus Darkrai in the next video. But thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Would love to hear your thoughts on some of the Pokemon I caught down in the comment section below, as well as your plan for Dream Shard Week. What is your goal? Is this just another week for you? Are you trying to farm Dream Shards? Would love to hear more about that in the comments as well. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.